Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Erica. Today is release day for our March Mugs of the Month. So if you're new to my channel, welcome. If you are a returning viewer, welcome back. For the past 4 years, we have done a monthly quilt and cross stitch project. So this is our 5th year doing those. They've been a lot of fun. For the most part, they've been mini quilts. We also did pillows of the month one year. Last year, we did table toppers of the month, or table runners if you prefer. And then this year, we're doing mugs of the month. There's a couple different options with this year's. As you probably already know, you can either make them into little individual mug rugs for your snacks, or there is a mini quilt option in the pattern as well, in case you want some sort of mini quilt to decorate your home with. Either way, they're a lot of fun, and today we're going to go through those. Before we get started, I did want to mention that I do still have some of our March stickers of the month available. These are 6 high quality vinyl stickers, perfect for your water bottles, laptops. I actually put mine on my sewing machine, and you can put them on your monitors, anywhere that you'd like to have a little bit of decorations. So these are available in my shop as well, and you can get them individually, or you can get them in a bundle for all 12 months. All right, so let's do a quick little recap. We're going to look at the stitchy ones we've done so far. So here's January and February stitchies. And if you missed the January video, that is the one that has the tutorial on how to finish off the ornaments if you want to do the ornament version. But they do also come in a whole cloth version as well if you want to do a whole cloth version. But I thought I would do little ornaments this year, so super cute. And then here are January and February quilty versions. I think these turned out really cute. I'm using all scraps for mine, so it's really a great way to just dig into your scrap bin and have a lot of fun. And then here is the backing on those. And let's go ahead and just dive right in and take a look at March. So for March, I decided to do this little crisscross block. This is one of my favorite blocks to make. It's a lot of fun. And I do have this block in our 2021-2022 Sew With Me quilt. There's 4 of them in a block, and it's super cute. So I love doing this block, so I added it for March. And then of course on the side, we have our March letters. I did mine in the denim, light blue and green colorway. I was just kind of feeling that for March. And then on the back side, the fabric for my backing is actually from my Harvest line that came out last year. And then this binding is actually the gingham from the Christmas line that came out last year. So I've just been having lots of fun mixing and matching. And then I also decided to start putting little labels on them. These are from everemblem.com. And I just thought it'd be fun to just label my little mug rugs so that if they get separated throughout the years or handed down to my kids or whatever, they'll have a cute little label on it for them. The fabric on the front is all just scraps from my previous lines. This green is from Harvest. This one is from my first line called Bloom. These are actually from Heartland, which was a patriotic line, and then this green gingham was I think from the Harvest line as well. So I just dive into my scrap bins for these mug rugs. Their pieces are so small, it's just really easy to use up your scraps. And speaking of small pieces, as you'll notice, the letters on there, and then especially the handles, are really small. So I do recommend that you either pre-starch your fabric or use something like Mary Ellen's Best Press, or I'm recently loving this Acorn Spray Starch. This is kind of a heavier starch, but it's perfect when you're working with scraps because you can just take your little piece of scrap, spray it down, press it with your iron till it's dry, and then it's ready to use. So it's a great way to starch just your little scraps and pieces as you're going. And to use this Acorn spray, it's really easy. You just spray it on your piece, and you can get it as wet as you want, or you can just spray a little bit. It just kind of depends. And then you're just going to take your iron, your hot iron, and just press it until it's dry. And you can see already it's nice and flat. If you'd like a little bit of extra, and I don't usually do 2 sides, but you can do 2 sides like this and just spray it on there and again press it until it's dry. This is a great method to use for scraps because I'm just pressing a small piece that's already pre-cut, and I found that this doesn't make your piece shrink at all. It just helps give it that extra structure that you're going to need. And then here's our piece. It's got a little bit more structure to it, and it's nice and flat and ready to sew. The only thing I mentioned, and I did this in last week's video too, is one thing I've noticed with the Acorn spray in particular is that it is starting to make the faceplate on my iron a little bit dirty. So I've recently started using sort of a backup iron when I'm doing the spray starch, and then I use my good iron for when I'm sewing and piecing, and then I just can go back and clean my backup iron, but I don't have to worry about ruining my good one. The pattern includes instructions for the individual mug. It has instructions on how to put the mug rug together, and then it has instructions for that mini quilt if you prefer that. And then for the side panel, I have 8 different options for you. So you can do the letters for the month. You can do just a solid panel here, or I have 6 other patchworky options, and these aren't the right colors, but I did just want to show you the samples. So you could do a horizontal stripe. You could do pinwheels, which I think is really cute. You could do a rectangular patchwork. You could do hourglass blocks. I have a log cabin style side. And then I also did a just scrappy patchwork option as well. So you have 8 different side options for this side of your mug rug. You could also eliminate this side panel altogether and just do the mug, bind it, and have just cute little square mug rugs as well. All right, I think that's all the details for the quilty version. Let's go ahead and take a look at our Stitchy mug. All right, here is our Stitchy March mug, and like I mentioned before, I am making mine into little ornaments, but the pattern does include an option for a whole cloth layout if you prefer and you don't want to do the little ornaments. And you can also make these not Christmassy. You could make them into pillows or finish them in any way that you like. If you want to do pillows and you'd like a little tutorial, we did pillows 2 years ago, I think it was, and I do have a finishing video on how to turn your cross stitch into pillows in all of those videos as well, so you can check out any of those if you want help on finishing them. And I do have several different finishing ideas here for your cross stitch on YouTube as well, so you can finish these however you want. And like I said, you can do them individually like this, or there is the whole cloth version option available in your pattern as well. And here's all 3 of them together, and I don't know what it is, but like one thing is cute, but when you start getting it in multiples, it ends up being really cute, and I can't wait to put these on my tree this year. I think that's it for the Mug of the Month release for March. I will put a link below this video where you can get those patterns, or you can visit my store at store.confessionsofahomeschooler.com. Usually it's right on that front page, but if it's not, just search Mug of the Month quilt or cross stitch and those patterns should come up for you. This year I did it a little bit differently. Normally I make you wait for each month to release, but this year we've released all of the patterns for all 12 mugs early, so you can either get all of them now and just work on them throughout the year at your own pace, or you can wait for those patterns to release individually each month and then just get the individual patterns that you're interested in. So you have a couple of different purchase options for those based on what you prefer, and they are available in PDF. We hope to have print versions coming soon. Either way, I hope you are enjoying our Mug of the Month sew and stitch along for 2026. I know I'm having a lot of fun, and don't forget to post your progress pictures in our Sew With Me group on Facebook. There will be a link for that group below this video as well. It's a lot of fun to see everybody's projects and what everyone is working on. That's going to be it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any upcoming fun. Thanks so much for joining me today, and I will see you in the next video. Don't forget to post your pictures in our Facebook group on Sew With Me. Don't forget to post your pictures, and then when you're sewing with them. And then here are our January, can you see both those?